Gareth Bale and Theo Walcott. Everyone, come on. The overhead kick. Yeah. Is that the best ever UEFA Champions League final goal? Theo?
Sit down.
I'm not very good, but I like to play.
Okay.
I'm not great either. My son's better than me. He's 10. And my 7-year-old's better than me as well.
And my 6-year-old's better than me.
So
Okay. Obviously.
we used to share a room at Southampton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we actually signed the windowsill, didn't we, in our room? They probably painted over it since, but...
Who do you think is most likely to win the Champions League next out of the two of them?
That's a bit...
Gareth?
Well done, Einstein.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to all of you joining us from home. It is great to be here live from the PlayStation house, where in a few moments we have not one, but two legendary panel guests that will be joining me up on this stage. Now, for our UCL Nights panel, brought to you by PlayStation, the official console of the UEFA Champions League, we are going to be discussing all things UEFA Champions League with our two athletes who know all too well about the magic and the heritage of days like today. But why don't we get the thoughts from someone who has quite a lot of Champions League experience? Please welcome to the stage, Theo Walcott. Woo! It's quite a long entrance, isn't it? It feels like a wedding day. Theo, I'm going to hug you.
We can hug. That's good. How are you? You okay?
I'm good. How are you? Please join me.
Yes. Excellent.
So,
How's everyone all right? Yeah?
it's so funny. It's like all the lights are on all the phones. I'm fuming that no one was doing that for me, Theo, but you know what? I understand. It's Theo Walcott, absolute legend. Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
You have a fair bit of Champions League experience. Can you cast your mind back and pick out maybe one game, one Champions League night that really stands out for you?
Well, yeah, Liverpool away, but we lost that game. Who said that? Yeah, see, that's one memory that always sticks with me. It's the run, yeah, it's the run from the 18-yard box when I ended up going. I think Steven Gerrard had a sort of swing and a miss. Mascherano was treading water after me, I think Xabi Alonso as well. And then I remember running past Sami Hyypiä and then obviously crossing it to Adebayor. So I did all his hard work and he went off and danced the night away. But he did. You should come join me here. You can tell my...
You know so much about Theo.
Exactly.
It's alarming.
But yeah, no, and I remember when Adebayor went off and celebrated, and then he started pointing to me, and then Cesc Fabregas, Alexander Pleb as well, which was some player. Many players might not know him, but came to me, and I was just I had the sideburns all the way down here as well. That was one memory which I'm not really too fond of right now. But yeah, that would be one of them. And maybe the AC Milan. I know you wanted one. AC Milan away when I came off the bench, and I set up a goal again for Adebayor. So... yeah, seemed to do a lot of his work for him.
Okay, and those Arsenal teams that you played in, how do you think they compare to the Arsenal side right now? Because the Arsenal side currently are pretty damn good, aren't they, Theo?
They are pretty damn good. They really are. How do they compare? Are we talking about the Henry era? Are we talking about that sort of era, are we? Ooh. Well, the fact that, Henry, Lundberg, Reyes, God rest his soul, all got to the Champions League final. Obviously didn't quite do it. Arsenal now in that sort of starting process of the Champions League, which we've not been in for a while. But this team is special. They've got some special players. Could probably have a few more additions, I'd say, to improve the whole squad in general, to have sort of more players off the bench that can compete against the likes of Saka. I think you need someone to back him up a bit. Who's going to actually put pressure on him. But this Arsenal good, right? This team are very good, aren't they? They're really good. But I'd have to go with the Thierry Henry team. That's just my generation of what he was my hero. I watched that. I looked after him. He looked after me. Sorry, in fact, and when he came back, I looked after him. But yeah, I'm just going to go that Henry team back then. Yeah.
How did it feel when you were first starting out to be compared to Thierry Henry?
Goodness me, my first day coming in at the Arsenal training ground, I was starstruck. I went into the dressing room and first person I saw was Thierry Henry, Robert Pires, and I had to get a picture of him. I was like a kid. I was 16, and I wanted a picture. It was just so surreal. It was like I had to pinch myself. Honestly, I know it's such a cliche, but I generally did. And it was scary. It was, but when you then take me onto the football field, that's where I could just express yourselves. That's where I like sort of the younger generation now, where it might be in their phones or indulge in their phones, whatever. When they come out onto the football field, they sort of express themselves in a different way. Which I love to see, So, it was scary, but it's one of those that everyone's got to go through scary moments to sort of grow and be who they want to be in the future.
Yeah, and of course, no Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League final tonight. We shed tears, Theo. So close, yet so far.
Yeah.
But what can we expect from this Arsenal side over the next couple of years?
I think the main goal as well at this moment in time, which Mikel Arteta has done, is that Emirates is incredible. It's an incredible atmosphere.
Good.
It really is, and Arteta's sort of provide that and the team itself. But they just play free-flowing football, and there's a sense of freedom when they get to certain elements in the pitch, and they just grind teams down and playing against them. When I sort of my last goal against them for Saints. Sorry, it's a bit
still
too
love
soon,
you.
maybe. No, not quite. But they know when to open up teams, and they just wait for that moment. A bit similar to Man City. When someone switches off, they just punish you. And I feel like they're going to start punishing a lot more teams, and it's particularly at home. Obviously, you can look back on certain results, but look, they're challenging Man City, the only team to really compete to some extent. And they go again, like I say, a few additions. My man here, who do you want to see? Yeah. Isak, yeah, I'll take him, yeah.
Isak,
Costs a lot though, wouldn't he? Costs a lot of money. What about Watkins? He's an Arsenal fan. That might help. There we go.
Ollie, if you're watching.
Yes, if you're watching, Ollie.
Give us a call. Theo, you can have a word. I'm sure he looks up to you.
I could do, maybe. We'll see.
You've scored quite a few goals in the UEFA Champions League, Theo. Do you know off the top of your head how many?
20-odd? 20?
Okay, so what I would say is there are a few different numbers on different websites, Theo. So let's get to the bottom of this.
Probably is.
Right, because Arsenal.com have you down as scoring 21.
Okay, cool.
However...
All right. Thank you.
Before we get carried away...
For a winger as well, that's not bad. That's okay.
But I'm thinking, is that including certain qualifiers? Because UEFA Champions League official website say 15, Theo. So
I'm not going to argue with UEFA.
Don't boo. Don't boo us. I'm just telling you the facts. So, I mean, did you ever keep a tally? How does that work when you score so many goals? Because I would literally be in a little notebook. Yes, got another one.
Do you know what? I did that when I was a kid. When I was 10, I drew my own sort of league table and all the goals I scored. I did it for my son this year as well. I scored 48 goals, my son.
Wow.
I know. I scored 100 though. So, but yeah, no, he did really well. But no, I don't. Let's go for the high number. Let's go for that one. 20 odd.
Okay, I'm okay. I might give you that, but fine. Who do you think has scored more UEFA Champions League goals then, you or Gareth Bale? What are you guys thinking?
I would say Gareth Bale. I'd say Gareth. I think the fact that, I mean, you play in that Real Madrid team, you should score more goals than in the team I played in, I suppose. Put pressure on him. No, I'd say just Gareth.
Okay.
How many did he get?
Well, 20, but your official number is 15. Okay. So yeah, a few difference. Okay, what about in EAFC?
Yeah.
How would you rate yourself out of 10 in the game?
Oh, I'm not very good at these games. I'll go for a James Milner 7. How about that?
Okay, and what about coming up against someone like Gareth Bale in the game in EAFC?
In the game.
Yeah.
As in playing with him or playing against him?
Against him, as each other in the game itself.
Oh, yeah, he was better than me. He's miles better than me.
Yeah? Do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
You see my left foot? Absolutely, haven't got one.
Don't disrespect yourself like that, Theo. Okay.
I was quicker than him, though. I'll take that.
Oh, do you think so?
100%.
Okay, well, shall we get his thoughts then? Please, welcome to the stage, the legendary Gareth Bale. Oh, loving the style, Gareth. I'm going to get up and say hello. Hey. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Go on, you sit. Gareth Bale and Theo Walcott. Everyone, come on. Okay, so Gareth, I don't know if you heard what Theo had to say.
Probably not good.
No, actually, you were complimentary, weren't
very
you?
much so, yeah.
Probably because we're on TV, that's why.
Because it's being filmed, yeah. Wait until we get outside. But I asked Theo who he thinks would be better in EAFC between the two of you. Who do you think would be better in the game?
What, playing it or in the game?
In the game itself.
Me.
I said you. There you go.
I like
Don't play for Real Madrid and not be a very good player, right?
Yeah, fair. But I love that you paused for a moment to act like you were actually thinking about it. You knew you were going to say yourself. Gareth, let's get straight into it. I mean, 20 goals in the UEFA Champions League, 5 UCL trophies, 5. That is unbelievable. Yeah, right? What does that feel like for some of us lot that will never, ever experience that in our lives?
Gareth, what does it feel like?
No, it's obviously great. I think the first one is obviously the most kind of special. You don't really know what to expect. The celebrations after, you've seen everyone lifting the trophy, and then when it's like your turn, it's a bit like, oh, crap, what's going on here? So, and then the celebrations after, when we're celebrating back in Madrid, there's like 1 million people lining the streets, and yeah, it kind of gives you that feeling to want more, and I think that's what kind of drove the team to keep winning and keep getting the trophies.
That's literally, I was just about to ask that. Someone in the audience has said, do you get used to it? Like when you get to 3, the third one, Gareth, are you a bit like, oh, okay, the 4th one, yay, another one?
No, I think, but it makes the finals easier. You've been in those situations, so you don't feel the pressure. And I remember speaking to Adam Lallana after the Liverpool final in 2018, and he was just saying like they couldn't sleep the night before. They were all like nervous, and we're like, oh, this is kind of just another game. We've kind of been in this situation before, so already we have an upper hand, which again will happen the same today.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
Just about the Real Madrid sort of supporters. I get the sense on the outside that there is a certain pressure to play Real Madrid, of course there is, but I don't feel like they put pressure on you. I feel like they sort of feed you that energy which every time you thrive. Is that true?
Yeah, I think the press put the pressure, and the fans. Yeah, kind of, they want you to do well, they want you to win. It's kind of win at all costs. There's no kind of, they don't accept losing, where obviously in a football match, 9 times out of 10, there's a loser. So, yeah, there's that expectation that it's just on the club. They just prioritise the Champions League no matter what, and it's the main thing. They'd rather win just the Champions League rather than the league and the cup, and it's just geared all towards the European Cup.
I have no more questions.
You're done for now.
Do you have any questions
Right,
down there? Let's go.
Our best mate, yeah. Obviously scored loads of goals in the Champions League, but of course one in particular stands out. I think everyone knows, I'm seeing so many people nodding. You know what I'm talking about at home. The overhead kick. Yeah. Is that the best ever UEFA Champions League final goal? Do we think?
Yeah.
No? Zidane's volley, as some of you are thinking that. Gareth, what have you got to say about that? Best final goal ever?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Theo?
Zidane. No, I told my man here, of course. Of course.
Guys, when it came to UEFA Champions League nights, who did you love playing with in those occasions in particular?
In terms of our team?
Yeah, players.
Yeah, we had so many great players. It was just like the team was just stacked with world-class players. So we were, just always felt that we always had the upper hand. We always felt like we were going to win. We just had confidence wherever we played. There was very few games that we wouldn't really dominate. It would be like Barcelona and Bayern were the only 2 games that maybe wouldn't have as much possession, but every other game we just went in with so much confidence, thinking how many we're going to score. We already feel like we're going to win. So it's just that confidence going in and the expectation on top of that of we have to win. You see it now. It's just every team plays the club. They don't play the team. They play the badge. And already you've got an advantage on the opponent.
Okay, talk to us about some of the players, Gareth, as well.
Well, who do you want to know about?
Okay, who was your favourite player ever to play alongside in the Champions League?
I think Modric. I played a long time with him, obviously at Tottenham as well, and then and at Real Madrid. Just he's one of those players just keeps the play ticking over, keeps possession for the team and starts the attacks and just runs the game. He's like the quarterback. So him and Kroos, just kind of ran the show.
Yeah, two legends. Theo, what about
They're
you?
still playing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Tony's
Tony's
last game. So
of course, yeah. Hopefully, good luck to him. I would, for me personally, I'll go Cesc Fabregas. The reason why, playing with himself, we had a connection on the field where I'd make certain runs, he wouldn't even have to look. He was that sort of elegant on the ball, like Santi Cazorla. It was a bit of a tricky one, but yeah, Cesc for me was a midfield player who just played at his pace, and everything he did was just with elegance, like I say before. And he had such a great career, a really good man as well. But he helped me when I came through at the Arsenal, being similar ages as well. I could relate to him a little bit, which also helped. So that's why we had that sort of connection to the football field. So and the passion he had every time he played was, it was visual. You could see it. Yeah, definitely.
Incredible players. Guys, I could sit here and talk to you for so long, but we don't have that long. So I might ask you a few more quick questions. So firstly, who do you think will be the PlayStation player of the match tonight in the UCL final?
Shall I go?
Go on, Theo.
I'm going to go for... I'd like to see Toni Kroos, to be honest. Yeah, I
It'd
would.
be nice. No.
I think he... That's what heart's
That's
saying.
what your heart's telling you. Not.
Yeah,
What would you actually think, though?
Probably it's going to be someone like Vinicius or Bellingham or it's going to be one of those players. The game changers, should we just say? Probably one of those. But we always like to look at the football on a different side of it at times. Someone who's going to sort of control the game, and I feel like it's going to be tighter. And Kroos with the calm head, you've obviously played with him. Yeah. He's my player. I'm not going to go Vinicius. Sorry, guys.
Okay, Gareth?
I've said Vinicius in the past. It just always seems to go with, like Theo said, a game changer, a goal scorer. I think being in football, we see a different side than a lot of fans, and that's obviously no disrespect, but we kind of see a different side of football. We don't watch the ball, we kind of watch the game. And like Theo said, just Tony or Luca or someone that can control the game and dictates the play. It's impressive, yeah.
Yeah. We can't be here in the PlayStation house and not ask you, are you gamers? Are you any good at EAFC when you're actually playing?
I'm not very good, but I like to play.
Okay.
I'm not great either. My son's better than me. He's 10. And my 7-year-old's better than me as well.
And my 6-year-old's better than me.
So,
okay.
I tried being Bayern Munich just because of all the quick players in the team, because I love a quick player, and I still lose to this day. So, I'm not very good at the game. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe you can work on it. Who do you think would win if you actually played against each other in EAFC then?
Yeah, I
draw, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll take a draw, but I'd probably say Theo. His kids are a bit older that play. Mine's still a little bit young, so it's a bit... he's got more practice.
Okay, fine.
Since the Southampton days, anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't great then.
Okay, and obviously...
We used to share a room at Southampton.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we actually signed the windowsill, didn't we, in our room? They probably painted over it since, but...
Oh, my God. If you imagine being the person that painted over a windowsill that you two signed... You would be fuming with yourself after. I'd be cutting that windowsill out of the window, taking it home with me and framing it somewhere. Look, before I let you go, we've got to ask you, who is taking the win tonight in the UEFA Champions League final?
Real Madrid.
Oh, well, yeah, that's not a surprise, is it?
I think
Theo?
Go on, you go.
No, go on. It's an obvious one for me. And also, I can't say the other two.
No, you definitely can't. See, I feel like it's going to be a lot closer than people think. Playing in games like... I'm playing the finals like the Champions League, but playing in finals, FA Cups and etc. It's tighter than you think, these games. Dortmund are there for a reason, because they're well organised. Who would have thought they would have been in the final? PSG, something of the underdogs, I feel, this year. But I do think they go all the way. I'm going to go all the way, penalties, but just Real Madrid from penalties. Just.
I think that's fair. No. Oh.
What do you think, my guy down there?
3-1 Madrid.
I went 3-0.
Oh, also, before I let you go, I need to ask you this. Obviously, Arsenal, Spurs. Who do you think is most likely to win the Champions League next out of the two of them?
That's a bit...
Gareth.
Well done, Einstein.
Gareth, say it with your head, not your heart. I feel like that's Arsenal, right? The silence says it all, doesn't it? Right, that is all we have time for. Please give it up for Theo Walcott and Gareth Bale. Thank you so much for joining us on the UCL Nights panel. Thank you guys at home for watching. You guys here in the PlayStation house, keep your eyes on the Rising Ballers Instagram stories to see what else we get up to throughout the day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.